Hi there, you're with the news here at noon. I'm Seher Zama, my colleague Akshay Tandon.
Thanks, Seher. A very good afternoon to all of you. We make a start with news coming in from Jammu and Kashmir, where two brave army personnel died yesterday in the line of duty fighting militants in Anantnag in Jammu and Kashmir.
Yes, this was during yet another militant attack there in Anantnag. The Indian army, though, of course, buried them with full honours. But for Kashmir's politicians there, it was just another regular day.
Well, no politician showed up to pay respect to the martyrs, and no politician was even present there to acknowledge the sacrifice of India's braves.
It's a very sad, unfortunate incident, and it's a loss to the nation, to the force and to the families. The families have our full support and sympathy. We as a force are determined to not let such incidents get our morale down or let the boys feel that we can't handle this challenge. Our officers and men are highly motivated, and from such incidents we prepare stronger, better, we learn from such incidents, and we come up better prepared to handle this in future.
Sir, हार्दिक संवेदना प्रकट करते हैं और आशा करते हैं, भगवान से दुआ करते हैं कि भगवान इनके बच्चों को इस दुख को सहने की शक्ति प्रदान करे। हमें बहुत ज़्यादा गर्व है अपने इन बहादुर जवानों पर, जो कि अपनी जान की परवाह न करते हुए मुल्क की अमन शांति के लिए अपने प्राण तक न्यौछावर करती है। उन लोगों को इस चीज़ से कुछ लेना देना तो है ही नहीं, तो कोई फायदा तो है नहीं, ना आए तो भी अच्छा ही है।
Well, let's go across to our colleague Suhail Bukhari joining us with further details on this story. Suhail, very evidently there is no respect for martyrs. We're seeing how, of course, the police there with full state honours burying these martyrs. But for politicians, this is just another day where they have no respect. It doesn't matter. The indifference being displayed there this morning.
Well, of course, that is quite evident, and let me just put the facts again for the convenience of our viewers. Two CRPF personnel were killed in a militant attack in south of Kashmir yesterday. Today, we saw a wreath-laying ceremony was organized here at the CRPF center in Humhama, Badgam, wherein all the top officials of the CRPF in Kashmir Valley, as well as Jammu and Kashmir Police, including the DGP of J&K, had arrived. They paid their last homages and respects to the CRPF personnel before their bodies were actually taken out from this center, right, so that the bodies would be sent to their families.
We're going to get in a view from Mr. M.M. Khajuria, former DGP, with us over the phone line as well. Thanks for being with us. This, of course, coming in as absolute outrage here, given the fact that the CRPF jawans there were martyred in yet another militant attack there in Anantnag. But it's just business as usual as far as the politicians of Kashmir there are concerned.
Well, it is sad because generally it is the practice for some minister, particularly the Home Minister or the Minister dealing with the law and order situation, to be present there. And this lapse on their part, I hope the Chief Minister takes notice of it and ensures that this kind of thing is not repeated. That those nations who do not respect their martyrs, they ultimately come to grief. And these people have laid down their lives away from their homes, fighting the terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir.
Yes.
The responsibility of Jammu and Kashmir government is therefore much greater than that of the government of India.
Right, Mr. Khajuria, request you to stay on the phone line, sir. We're coming back to you in just a bit. We also have Brigadier Mahalingam, defence expert, joining us over the telephone line. Brigadier Mahalingam, your first thoughts on what you're tracking. Two CRPF jawans martyred yesterday in a militant attack, but where politicians in Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, total indifference they're being maintained. They were not there for their funeral ceremonies.
Absolutely shocking. The politicians only want to take work out of these people. They want them to guard them. They want them to protect them. But when it comes to these men dying because of militant actions, they care hooks for them, and it is a very, very sad state of affairs. The Jammu and Kashmir state has been protected by the Jawans, and especially the CRPF has been doing a tremendous job in the Nali and inside the Srinagar city proper. And it is for them to have attended the funeral, at least to show their backing and that they are with the
Well, it's sad, but they are being taken for granted, aren't they, Brigadier Mahalingam? Because clearly no politicians showed up. There is no respect, after all, for the lives that are being lost, their efforts. relentless efforts by our security agencies, they're being taken for granted by politicians, it seems.
Absolutely, they are being taken for granted. They are being treated as some labor force who are working for their salary. It is absolutely atrocious and a very shameful thing to happen. The men fight for this country. The men fight for their units, for their commanders, and they must understand they protect the people of the state. By not attending this, they are not only degrading the sentiments of the people, but also sort of telling the people that they don't care for them or for their safety.
Right, stay with us, Brigadier. We also have Mr. M.M. Khajuria with us, who's been there on the line, former DGP. Mr. Khajuria, a word of condolence is all that the families here would be wanting from the politicians in Kashmir.
I'm sure, and there are much more than that. And but I think we need not make this an issue between the entire political class and the security forces. We are hurt, we are angry,
yes,
but that has to be expressed in a more balanced manner. I'm sure the Chief Minister was a sensitive creature, would understand the outrage and anger of the people and the failure of his colleagues to perform their duty on this critical issue. And that's where I think it's better to leave this matter.
All right.
Because playing it out of proportion would only create further bitterness, which is in nobody's interest.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for being with us. Brigadier Mahalingam, with your views on that as well. Our correspondent Suhail Bukhari with us, also joining us, our correspondent Meghna Deka with more on this. Meghna, what more can you get us? Given the fact that the families here, of course, not asking for compensation, all they need is a word of condolence and support there from the government, state government, from the politicians there in Kashmir.
And that is all they want, and even that they haven't gotten. It's important for us to understand from Suhail what really is the distance from where this leaf-laying ceremony happened and how far is the secretariat where all the top brass of the government are. Remember, it is the PDP which in a coalition with the BJP, which is also at the centre, which is at the government. But forget about that. Even the opposition leader, someone like an Omar Abdullah, perhaps should have taken 2 minutes out. That's all it took. 2 minutes out he could have taken out to come out and honour these heroes. They have sacrificed their lives while they were fighting militants in Kashmir at a time when such tolerance is being shown towards separatists. Why is that 2 minutes cannot be taken out from their rather busy schedules?
Okay, stay with us, Meghna. We also have Colonel Arasan Singh, defense expert, joining us with the full line. Colonel Singh, requested you to just stay on with us for just a bit because you want to put this in perspective, like Meghna was saying. So, hey, tell us, how far really was this wreath-laying ceremony happening from the official buildings of the government? Why is it that they could not turn up, be it the PDP, the BJP, or perhaps even the opposition parties, but the government in power, of course, being questioned? Why could they not turn up for this ceremony?
Well, basically, let me tell you that this wreath-laying ceremony, the venue for this wreath-laying ceremony was the CRPF center here at Humhama in Budgam. This is on the outskirts of Srinagar city, barely 10 odd kilometers from the city center or the heart of Srinagar city, and many say that this is the posh area on the outskirts of Srinagar city. We did see the DGP of Jammu and Kashmir Police coming and participating, but no one from the political circles, whether it be from PDP, BJP, or for that matter National Conference or even Congress. And it's very interesting to remind our viewers out here is that there was one such instance earlier when we had reported a similar goof up. No politician had turned up when the wreath-laying ceremony of the martyrs was conducted in the district police lines in Srinagar. Under pressure, we had seen
similar such situation, a similar such incident has taken place in the past there as well. Colonel Arasan Singh, defense expert, with us over the phone line. Colonel Singh, this of course being extremely disgraceful.
No, this incident clearly exposes the prevailing discourse in Jammu and Kashmir, and I have always been saying that the patriotic credentials or national credentials of PDP and NC both have always been in the shadow of doubt. But what surprises me that if nothing else, the BJP is a coalition partner, and then some minister, if not the deputy chief minister, he should have gone there. Now what happens is that when you when you don't attend, don't pay respects to your martyrs.
Yes.
A message goes that these people are on the side of the militants and the separatists. And look at the irony. All these so-called separatists and some of these, Kashmiri mainstream party activists, while they beat their breast about Kashmir, how many of their family members have lost their lives for the cause of Kashmir?
Okay.
So here is a situation, and these people, it must be realized, have died for the security of the Kashmiris.
Absolutely. Okay, well, stay with us, please, Colonel Singh. We have Mr. Rashid Engineer, MLA there from the JNK Assembly, joining us. Mr. Rashid Engineer, why is it that at the wreath-laying ceremony of 2 CRPF jawans, we didn't see any representative from the government? Is their sacrifice not important? Why so much indifference being shown, Mr. Rashid Engineer?
Yes, I think I agree. I am in total agreement with the viewpoint which has been forwarded by you, and you should ask this question to the state government, who never been builders. They have been always misleading New Delhi, always making a hue and cry without any substance. It was their moral duty, and they are just disfilling everybody.
Right, sir, but the big question here being asked, presence of politicians across political parties, why weren't you present there?
That is my point. Had the incident taken place in my area, I would have loved to be there, because it's a tragedy. Whosoever gets killed, we should definitely...
No, but sir, should we really be so territorial here? Should we really be so territorial here, saying that this was not my area, this was not my constituency, it is your state at the end of the day?
I agree with you. It is duty of the state government. I am with the opposition. I don't belong to that area also. I am some 120 kilometers away from that place. I live in a very remote area. Please try to understand my compulsion. What I want to say is that state government should have gone. They should have been there, and that is what I am telling you. They are talking always about strengthening the security scenario. But
no, Mr. Engineer, while you're available for several comments across the state and the country, the question is, isn't this noble enough for you to be there? Why pin the blame on some other party or some other MLA? Wasn't it even your responsibility? Why couldn't you show up?
That is there, but if you are wanting me to be there, I don't have a problem. I would have loved to.
So what, if there was no problem, Mr. Rashid Engineer, why weren't you there? What message are you sending out? Why are we playing this blame game? Why is it so simple for us to take security agencies for granted?
No. It is not blame game. I condemn always the killings. Whosoever gets killed, it's a human being. But a security force person or a civilian, I definitely feel the pain. But
we know that, and thus we ask you. We know that, and thus we ask you, as an elected representative of the people of Jammu and Kashmir as well, why weren't you there fulfilling your responsibility?
But try to understand, I live at a distance which is some 200 kilometers away from the site of the state. You should understand that thing also. And I am the one who is always with my people. But my prime responsibility is to take care of people of Langate. And by grace of God, we try to ensure that these incidents don't take place.
Isn't that the problem, Mr. Rashid Engineer? We are behaving so territorially, like you just mentioned, that your responsibility is only for the people of Langate, and that's it. Not beyond that. Is that the message you want to send across to all the jawans who are securing our border? For you, for your people?
Not for me, at least. I am the one who doesn't enjoy the privileges, who doesn't have the government security, please. But I really can feel the pain of the family. What I want to say is that my presence will make a very little difference. It should have been the people who are in the government, the minister should have gone there. In fact, chief minister should have definitely gone there. And then again, rather than discussing this thing that who should have gone there.
Well, you know, Mr. Rashid Engineer, I'm sorry for saying this. You're completely deflecting your responsibility by saying that your presence would have made a very small difference. If you would have been present there, it would have made all the difference for the families, at least, Mr. Rashid Engineer.
Sir?
Your presence would have made all the difference for the families. I'm sorry to say, but you're completely deflecting the responsibility here by saying that your presence would have made no difference at all. That is.
We have other things also to do. What I want to say that state government is state government. I am a very small part of that system. My submission is that chief minister should have...
However little small, Mr. Engineer, you are a people's representative, an elected MLA. At the end of the day, your presence would have made a difference there.